Losing a child is the worst tragedy that no parent should ever go through in life. This pain has nothing to do with being rich or famous. This list will pay homage to 35 famous parents who face unimaginable loss, proof that their fame did not save them from life's most bitter shocks. Starting with number 35, Barack and Michelle Obama. Former President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle Obama said they had a miscarriage before they had their daughters, Malia and Sasha. Michelle shared this very personal story in her book, Becoming, helping people understand the quiet sadness many parents go through. Number 34, John Travolta and Kelly Preston. John Travolta and Kelly Preston had a big loss in 2009 when their 16-year-old son, Jett, died from a seizure while they were on vacation in the Bahamas. He had health problems before, such as Kawasaki disease, making his sudden death even more heartbreaking. Number 33, Vanessa Bryant and Kobe Bryant. In 2020, Vanessa Bryant lost her 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and her NBA superstar husband, Kobe Bryant, in a catastrophic helicopter crash. Many people around the world were heartbroken at this loss. For Vanessa, however, it was just an unimaginable double tragedy. Number 32, Jackie Kennedy and John F. Kennedy. America's most popular couple unfortunately lost a baby son named Patrick Bouvier Kennedy back in 1963. He died 2 days after birth because he was born too early. This sad event occurred months before President Kennedy was killed, adding to the sorrow that Jackie felt. Number 31, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle shared their experience of miscarriage in 2020. Discussing the loss of a pregnancy, they made it less stigmatized for many families who had to go through this pain. Number 30, Joe Biden and Jill Biden. Joe and Jill Biden have faced immense personal tragedies. In 2015, their son Beau Biden passed away from brain cancer at the age of 46. Earlier in 1972, Joe's first wife, Nelia, and their baby daughter, Naomi, were tragically killed in a car accident. But did you know about the heartbreaking event that befell a rock and roll legend and his wife? Stay tuned to find out more about the superstar later on. Number 29, Mary Osmond and Brian Blossow. Singer Mary Osmond and her ex-husband Brian Blossow felt immense sadness when in 2010 their 18-year-old son Michael took his own life. Number 28, Eric Clapton and Laurie Del Santo. Eric Clapton is a famous musician and Laurie Del Santo is an actress. The duo were almost left speechless when their 4-year-old son, Connor, fell from the window of an apartment in New York in 1991. Number 27, Anna Nicole Smith and Larry Birkhead. Anna Nicole Smith and Larry Birkhead lost their 20-year-old son Daniel in 2006 from a drug overdose, only a few days after Anna's birth of Danny Lynn. Number 26, Jennifer Hudson and David Ortunga. The couple went through the tragedy when Jennifer's mother, brother, and 7-year-old nephew were killed by a man who still has not been uncovered. Number 25, Mike Tyson and Lakeia Spicer. Mike Tyson and his wife, Lakeia Spicer, were very sad when Mike's 4-year-old daughter Exodus died tragically in 2009. Exodus was caught by a treadmill cord that caused her early death. Number 24, Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward. Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward lost their son Scott due to a drug overdose in 1978. The couple then created the Scott Newman Center to teach young people about the hazards of drug use. Number 23, Sylvester Stallone and Sasha Chak. Sylvester Stallone and his ex-wife, Sasha Chak, were extremely sad when their 36-year-old son, Sage, died of heart disease in 2012. Number 22, Dr. Dre and Nicole Young. Dr. Dre, music business leader, and former wife, Nicole Young, had lost their son, Andre Young Jr., at the age of 20 years in 2008. He had died from an accidental overdose of drugs. Number 21, Lionel Richie and Brenda Harvey. Lionel Richie was also reported grieving over the death of his goddaughter, a childhood best friend of Nicole Richie, in a car accident. Number 20, Roy Orbison and Claudette Orbison. In 1966, a very sad event befell rock and roll legend Roy Orbison and his wife Claudette. Their 2 little boys, Roy Jr. and Anthony, died in a fire. Number 19, Pierce Brosnan and Cassandra Harris. Pierce Brosnan had nearly the same experience when his young adopted daughter, Charlotte, lost her battle against ovarian cancer in 2013. Number 18, Prince Albert of Monaco and Charlene. Prince Albert of Monaco and his wife Charlene lost a miscarriage before the twins were born in 2014. Number 17. Marlon Brando and Movida Castaneda. Marlon Brando and Movida Castaneda lost their 5-year-old son, Cheyenne, in 1995, which gave her deep mental health problems. Number 16. Elvis Presley and Priscilla Presley. Elvis and Priscilla Presley lost their grandson Benjamin Keough in 2020, but the Presleys still keep his memory alive. Stay tuned because the last 3 will break your heart. Number 15. Johnny Cash and Vivian Liberto. Johnny Cash and Vivian Liberto endured a devastating loss when their 14-year-old son Jack tragically passed away after a table saw accident. The couple's world was forever changed by this heartbreaking event, but there's another celebrated figure who also faced a similar tragedy. Make sure to watch to the end to find out more about this superstar story. Number 14. Paul Walker Sr. and Cheryl Walker. Paul Walker Sr. and Cheryl Walker, the parents of Fast and Furious actor Paul Walker, were distraught over the death of their son in a car crash in 2013. Number 13. Bob Marley and Cedella Marley. Reggae legend Bob Marley and Cedella Marley sadly lost their son, Alfarita Constantino Rita Marley, to cancer when he was in his early 20s. Bob used his sadness to create music that honored life's temporary beauty and the value of love and togetherness. Number 12. Marvin Gaye Sr. and Alberta Gaye. The tragic death of Marvin Gaye Jr. at the hands of his father in 1984 shocked the world. The forceful argument compelled Marvin Sr. to shoot his son one day before Marvin Jr. reached the age of 45. Number 11. Judy Garland and Vincente Minnelli. This couple went through a very hard time when they lost their daughter, Liza Minnelli's half-sister, Lorna Luft, in the 1970s. This sad event affected the lives of the famous Hollywood couple, but their strength showed how strong the family was during their sadness. Number 10. George Clooney and Amal. A tragedy occurred when the Clooneys lost a fetus previously before being blessed with twins in 2017. They somewhat lived their life in seclusion, however Clooney has spoken about this issue as well. He underlines that in this time of need, support means a lot. Their strength holds strong everyone out there. Number 9. Denzel and Pauletta Washington. The Washingtons lost a child even before their wife gave birth to them. They hardly ever speak out on this loss, but Denzel once revealed how trying it was to his faith and family. Shared grief made this couple closer, which signified that a strong connection is key in any relationship. Number 8. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. The now divorced couple quietly mourned a miscarriage when they were together. Angelina shared how the loss affected her feelings and made her more caring towards families who go through similar situations. This honesty of the couple has made it easier for people to discuss pregnancy loss. Number 7. Bruce Lee and Linda Lee Cadwell. Martial arts superstar Bruce Lee and his wife Linda Lee Cadwell were very sorrowful when their son, Brandon Lee, died in a horrific accident while filming The Crow in 1993. Brandon was shot accidentally by a prop gun at the age of 28. The loss of their son reminded Linda of Bruce Lee's untimely death and reminded her of both father and son. Number 6. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Even though they've been a controversial couple, Will and Jada Smith have been very open about the heartache of losing a child. They sought support and healing among their closest family, using the agony to make their bond stronger, as well as to be able to appreciate the children whom they've raised together. Number 5. Princess Diana and Prince Charles. The world saw Princess Diana and Prince Charles suffer the pain of losing a baby during their marriage. That sorrow was confined to their private lives and never before the public eyes. However, that loss probably shaped the latter commitment that Diana had towards helping people, especially vulnerable children. Number 4. Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker. The iconic couple experienced pain from a miscarriage before carrying their 2 twin girls in a surrogate. Her experiences showed that it wasn't easy, pointing out hope and strength as necessities for families to face trials such as these. Number 3. Stephen and Topita King. Stephen and Topita lost their youngest son, Owen, who died when he was 8 years old due to a rare genetic disorder. The death of Owen deeply impacted Stephen's writing, as sadness and loss can be seen in his most personal works. Number 2. Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham. Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham mourned the loss of their only child, who was born early and died shortly after birth. Oprah has spoken about how this loss touched her life and her decision not to have more children. Number 1. Robin and Susan Williams. Robin and Susan Williams suffered the loss of their son Zachary in a tragic accident in 2014. Robin's subsequent death was a sad event for the family, thus it became a mixture of humor and kindness intertwined with grief. Let's understand how great life is and how strong people can be. Do like and subscribe to hear more success stories and failures of really amazing people. Your support helps us remember them. And stay safe, friends. But have you ever wondered about the celebrities who met their end in the jaws of nature? Dive into our captivating video and discover the chilling stories of famous figures who encountered nature's wrath.